Well, hi, it's Erica Wallace here again, and it's Monday Makeover. So, today we are going to show you how to get the perfect, flawless foundation and the colour that matches you. And you might say, oh, but you won't have a colour that matches me. Trust me. We have got 65 different things that we can use in the foundation range, starting with the lightest person to the darkest person, and we've got sheer coverage, medium coverage, full coverage, just dependent on what you like. So let's get started. Before we go on to the foundations, let's talk first of all about utensils, because what you use to apply your product will make a difference. So a nice silky setting powder, a nice fluffy brush will make all the difference. Liquid foundation, this lovely slanted foundation brush. A pressed powder. Obviously I've been dunking it in the pressed powder. There's powder everywhere. This lovely short stubble. And if you like a nice sheer look with your liquid, the dampened blending sponge is your best friend. So I'm going to start first with a sheer. I've got no foundation at all. I've only got on, cleanser, moisturiser, because of course, if you want great foundation, you need to have good skincare as well. So if you need help on that, let me know, because we have the best skincare, trust me. So I'm going to start with the CC cream. So CC cream is comes in 4 different colours, and it comes in very light. It comes in light to medium, medium to deep, and deep. So we've got something for everybody. And you literally need the tiniest amount. Now you can put it on with your fingers, and some people prefer that. However, if you use the brush, you will use half the product. And that really means that in the course of one tube, the use of one tube, you will actually pay for the brush. So, be sensible about it. Right, let's get started. So, I'm going to put on some foundation primer, and the reason I put on foundation primer is because we only need, can you see how little I need? The foundation primer, mine's just coming to the end, so it's it's needing a good squeeze. So this is just foundation primer. It's a cloudy, fragrance-free, and it just gets your skin ready. Same way that if you were painting a wall, you wouldn't just slap on the paint. You prime it first, and it's the same with foundation. And it's going to hold it for much longer. So taking my lovely, I'll show you how little CC cream I need. I'm only going to do half a face with the CC cream, just so you can see what it's like. Can you see how little I've used there? And what to do is just pitter patter it on. And when you're doing foundation, please round and down. Do not go up with your foundation, because if you do that, you'll coat all the hairs and they'll stick out, and it just makes it more obvious. So round and down, and then just blend it so that you don't really see where it starts and finishes. So that is a simple CC cream coverage. I use CC cream when I'm in a hurry and I want to just go out. If I'm going to the gym, I'll pop that on because it's got factor 15, so it'll give you some protection when you're out. And it's just such, can you see how sheer the coverage is? Goes on really beautifully and light, and it has a nice glow to it, and it will get better and better as the day goes on. And it will cover up, small amounts of, if you've got maybe a little bit of discoloration, it'll cover some of it. But we're going to do concealers and under eye corrector another day, because something's happening, a nice surprise happening next month. So CC done. Now we come to our liquid foundation. Now we have 24 different matte foundations. Now I use matte because I like, I've got oily skin, so I don't like that shiny look. I like that. I much prefer to have a matte finish. So I will sometimes put it on top of the CC cream because I like what the CC cream does. It's called, it's corrective concealer, corrective complexion. It gets better and better as the day goes on. So I do like that on the top of it. Or you can have a luminous, which is brilliant for normal to dry skin. It gives a lovely dewy look. But sometimes if I'm going out at night, I will actually put on the luminous one. So lots of choice. So 24 of the matte, 19 of the luminous. So loads of choice. So let me show you how little I put on. I'm just going to pop a little bit onto the brush like that. Can you see? Nothing? Absolutely nothing. The brush is your best friend. Honestly, it will give such good coverage and it will just save you wasting product. So round and down, you just put that on. And so simple, so easy. And actually, it's a, you know, it's not a heavy cover. And it just looks natural. It's nice, really nice. It doesn't clog your pores, can't really feel it. It's fabulous. So there's your CC cream, and there is your matte foundation, liquid foundation. Now, you can, if you like powders, use them on their own, or you can pop them on top of this. I like to put powders on the top just as a final finish. So we have two different kinds. We've got a loose powder, which is called a silky setting powder. And we've got a press powder, which fits into our compact, so you can use it with a sponge or a brush. Personally, I prefer the silky setting, but you know, you can try them and make up your mind yourself. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to take the silky setting with the all over brush. Now, these powders have been they've used a lot of intuition when they were, no, not intuition, they were ingenious when they developed them, because there is this little thing in here. Can you see that and that? So you can click it open or shut. Hear it? So that you don't waste product. So that when you're traveling, it doesn't all come into the lid. Oops. I'm not very good at remembering. But literally, see how little I tap in? That much. So you don't need a lot. So take your brush, swirl it round. You can see the powder. Then I tap the brush. And what I'll do is I'll put some on here first. I'm just going to finish off with a bit of powder, just so you can see the difference that it makes. Just sets it. It's really nice. I would always, sometime when I'm doing it in the morning, I would probably do my liquid foundation, go off and finish something and then come back, because the silky setting is better if it sits for a minute. The liquid sits for a bit and settles in, and then you put the powder on the top. If you like a lighter, you know, a softer kind of look, we have also got translucent powder, which is white, and you can actually use it on its own. It gives a lovely soft feel. And same thing, this one I've actually closed, so it hasn't got the amount. Can you see how little I've used in the lid? And then you just pop it onto your brush like that. Pop it on like this. And that will also just gives it a nice soft look, gives it a nice set look. And there you go. So you can have a sheer look with CC cream, you can have a medium look with your liquid foundation, and you can have a full look with all of them. I use CC cream, matte liquid foundation, and I use the silky setting or the translucent, depending what I'm up to. But let me know what you think. And you're maybe saying, oh, but hang on a second. How are you going to find out what my skin colour is like? You know, my skin tone is like. How will you know what that is? Well, guess what? In the olden days, we would sort of send you samples and give you a couple of stripes, let you try, see which one disappeared. Not anymore. This weekend, we were away at Mary Kay seminar, and they have just launched an AI tool, which I can send the link to you. You pop it into your phone, you hold your phone up in front of you, and it takes a picture, and it will tell you which colour or colours suit you and your skin tone, depending what kind of coverage you want, sheer, medium or full. Now, how cute is that? So what I want you to do is pop your name in the bottom, let me know if you want me to send you the link, or send me a text message and let me know, and I can find the perfect foundation colour just for you. So go and have a great week. Catch you later.